When I first started off at Touche Ross, I was almost an instantaneous policy violation of nepotism policies, which were used much to the disadvantage of women in universities in those days, and which no longer exist. I was a violation because one could live in sin with one of one's colleagues at a Big 8 firm, but one couldn't marry one because then one became a policy violation. The instant I arrived at Pricewaterhouse, I was another policy violation because my husband was about to make partner at Touche Ross, and you couldn't be a spouse of a partner in another Big 8 firm. Well, fortunately, my husband left Touche Ross, and I was up for partnership at Pricewaterhouse. And one of the only reasons I'm sure that this book got published, or that anybody ever read it, or anybody ever cared about it, is because I had a rather remarkable career, and Pricewaterhouse was a rather remarkable firm. While I was at Touche Ross, there was a woman named Elizabeth Anderson Hisham. One doesn't get big things done without a few ripple effects here and there. And I probably am not, especially when I'm in a hurry, I am probably not the most charming person you'll ever meet. If I've got a mega $1 million proposal to get done by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning and you're standing in my way. As a policy violation, going to work for Pricewaterhouse. Frankly, another Big 8. I was up for partnership, and I didn't make it. People said some really interesting things about me. I was advised by a man who to this day I adore that I should walk more femininely, talk more femininely, dress more femininely, style my hair, wear makeup and jewelry. Well, I'm allergic to makeup, and I don't wear much jewelry. And I had 3 kids, 1 Touche Ross baby, 1 Pricewaterhouse baby, 1 in between, and I tell you, I didn't have a whole hell of a lot of time to be styling my hair. So, anyway, he was well-meaning, but if you want to talk about a stereotypical remark, that's one. Although in many different words, is someone who has vision and a sense of direction. So leadership. When I was not made a partner, my husband said, I think this is ridiculous, you should sue the bastards. And so I did. And I didn't even think about it. And I think if I'd thought about it, I might have not done it. Because it took 7 years. You know, I lost 7 years of my career. Liable for the acts of one's partners? What got my firm into such trouble was that the court basically held that the firm had a discriminatory evaluation process that the partners knew was discriminatory, and that they took no action to correct the discriminatory process. Now, all 3 of those things are what caused the firm to be found liable. Now, along the line, my attorneys said to me, okay, so you have alleged sex discrimination. If the firm is found liable for that, what do you want as remedy for it? I said, no problem, I just want to be a partner. And they said, you'll never win that one. And I said, well, gee, that's just too bad. That's what we're going to sue for. One doesn't get big things done without a few ripple effects here and there. Pretty soon, I found myself with a few clients and a few staff members, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, when I retired, I had quite a booming practice in the consulting business. Anyhow, the instant I arrived at Pricewaterhouse, I was another policy violation. To be a leader is a statement about the people following you. If no one's following you, if you look over your shoulder, you're no leader. I say that because I have on occasion had leadership attributed to me, and I make that comment back to some of the people who attributed it, and I said, so what is a leader? And the response I got back pretty much consistently, although in many different words, is someone who has vision and a sense of direction. So leadership isn't something you aspire to. It isn't something you step into. Well, sometimes it is. It isn't something that you work your way up into. You either are one or you aren't one. And you can be a leader today and a follower tomorrow. And they're both good statuses, but you have to know the difference.